Rafa, I want to thank you very much for the time.
My
We
pleasure.
are at Kandy Bar,
Yes.
a phenomenal place.
Thank you.
First of all, tell me, Dricus du Plessis was here a couple of days ago.
Yes, he was.
How do you make this happen? Dricus du Plessis here in Rawai at Kandy Bar.
Yeah, so great honor, great pleasure to host the great DDP. Of course, it's not every night, every day you get to host a UFC world champion like DDP. I must send a big shout out to my girl Joey Angels. She helped me put it together, and I guess it comes from being a part of the community, the fight community, being on the island of Phuket, which is obviously a hub nowadays and for a long time for the fight game in the world. And obviously Kandy Sports, Kandy Thailand for a long time has been a part of the community. We've been here for 3 years and we've been building the relationships both with the fighters, with the gyms, with the fight stadiums, of course. As you know, I'm heavily involved with Bangla Boxing Stadium, bringing 2 fight nights a week. So through those networks, personal networks, we were very, very happy and honored, to be honest, to be able to have someone like DDP in the building. Got to do the Q&A with him, which was obviously incredible. Also spend some time with him, have a couple of drinks. He signed a whole bunch of autographs, and also showed us that he's, as everyone says he was or is, he's definitely a good human being.
Yeah, for sure. And I also spoke with him.
Yes.
Very humble, very
Yes.
polite, friendly,
Indeed.
respectful.
Very much so.
But let's speak a little bit about UFC because I
Sure.
can speak for hours about this place because it's a very beautiful place.
Thank
I
you.
mean it.
Thank you.
But UFC 324, it
Yes.
just took place.
Yes.
We can go through the fights quickly.
Sure.
I want to ask you first about Natalia Silva and Rose
Sure.
Namajunas.
Sure.
I watched the fight. I was very impressed by Namajunas, her head movement, the footwork,
Agreed.
the jabs,
Yeah.
just her high fight IQ.
Yes.
But she lost, according to the judges.
Yes.
What is your opinion? Did she actually lose?
Well, look, man, I think it's always going to be controversial when it's that close. I always like to say I love watching women fight. I think they're a lot more technical than the men. They're a lot more textbook than the men, let's say. They're cleaner. They look a lot less looser than the men are. And this fight was a great example of that, if you ask me. Both women were very clean, very methodical, very textbook-like. And I very much appreciated watching the fight. Look, 50-50, obviously, it was always going to be close in terms of the result based on the fight. The fight was close. I'm a little biased, being Latino as I am, so I wanted my Brazilian sister to win that one. But, I guess when you don't finish your opponent, it's always up to the judges, and there's always going to be mixed opinions about those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand that there will be mixed opinions, but still, I hold the opinion that Rose was landing the low kicks,
Yes.
got a couple of takedowns,
Yes,
just a lot of various strikes being thrown.
sure.
I believe she should have won.
Sure.
But anyways, we've got also what we had
Yes.
was Cortez and Derek Lewis.
Yes,
And my immediate question is,
yes,
after Cortez dropped Derek Lewis,
yes.
Derek did not try to get an underhook. He did not try to stand up
No,
to protect himself.
no.
Did you think that Derek actually quit in there?
Yeah. Look, man, I honestly don't think that he showed up to fight. From the beginning, he was just very static. He was not moving. He was not throwing many punches. I think he was looking to measure him up and land that big right hand of his. But at the end of the day, you can't take anything away from my Dominican brother. Obviously, Cortez Acosta, he showed up and he took the fight. That jab, look, man, they're big boys, right? It was a jab. It was super clean jab on the chin, as you saw on the replay. It didn't look that sharp or that tight on the live, but when they showed the replay, it was a super clean and methodical jab right on the chin that dropped him. But yeah, I don't feel like Derek showed up to fight, man, to be honest.
Yeah, and to defend Derek Lewis, what I liked about him was he was throwing mid kicks,
Sure.
and he is a big guy, 40
He's a very
years
big
old.
man. Yeah.
But yeah, I like that he was throwing mid kicks, but I think he was overreaching with his shots.
Sure.
He did not really manage to cover the distance.
Yeah.
And when he got dropped, he should have at least tried to get an underhook or at least to resist.
Sure.
But he gave up. He accepted the loss, and I think he also quit. With all due respect to Derek,
With all due respect.
who is a real fighter in general.
He's a real fighter. He's a warrior. He has been for a long time, and obviously a legend in his own right. And his opponent gave him his flowers, as he should, in his speech. So, but full credit again to my Dominican brother, Latinos in the building, for getting the win. and taking out a legend like Derek. So.
Yes, and what you mentioned, the jab from what's his name?
Cortes Acosta.
Cortes Acosta. This
Yeah.
jab, he established it very well in the second round. So
Yes.
big credits to him.
Yes.
Good head movement, good jab,
Yes.
solid low kicks, good performance.
Yes.
Then the co-main event, obviously,
Yes.
Sean O'Malley
Yes.
and Song Yadong.
Yes.
Some people disagreed with the decision.
Sure.
What is your personal opinion?
Well, again, another close one. I don't think there was a clear winner. But I think in terms of the cleanliness of the strikes, I think O'Malley did get cleaner strikes on him. But still a great fight, no doubt about it. But I must agree with that one. I think O'Malley had it. And look, man, I think there's always maybe a small level of bias at a judge level as well. We're all human beings. Superstar power always carries into the octagon as well. It is O'Malley after all. He is a crowd favorite. He's fighting in the US, you know, and he is American, obviously. So almost like when you fight the champ, I think coming from China or wherever you're going to come from, and you're going to come to the States and fight an American, you have to convincingly beat him. And I don't think he achieved that. And I think O'Malley got the win deservedly.
Yeah, for sure. And I believe the first round was for O'Malley.
Sure.
The second I would give to Song because of his takedowns,
Sure.
his ground control,
Sure.
solid low kicks, a couple of good hooks. But then the third round, O'Malley was in the zone.
Definitely championship O'Malley, as the commentators are saying. Yeah, championship O'Malley came out. Good to see him get the win, man.
Yeah, for sure. And just the way he was using his reach, his
Sure.
length,
That's right.
the left straight,
Yes.
the footwork, circling around,
Yes.
very relaxed on the feet,
Yes.
good takedown defense, beautiful knees, just O'Malley with a phenomenal performance.
Yes.
Especially
Agreed.
in the third round.
Agreed.
But now I must ask about the main event.
Sure.
First of all, what did you think about the toughness shown by both Paddy and Justin Gaethje?
Look, I must admit, I was a bit of a Paddy the Baddy hater, perhaps. Not necessarily a hater, but I was never impressed. What a fight. Man, he said it, Scousers don't get knocked out. Unbelievable. I mean, you know, he didn't win, but what a fight. What a performance. Those are the fights that we want to see from the UFC. Unfortunately, the last UFC of the year, 323, where DDP got beaten, it wasn't anywhere near what we want to see. We want to see a lot of stand-up. We want to see a lot of striking. That one goes down as one of the greatest fights for sure. But all in all, I've got two words to say to Gaethje and to Pimblett: Ilia Topuria.
What happens if Ilia Topuria faces Justin or Paddy? What happens?
I think Ilia's on another level, bro. I think he's going to be, if not he already is, a legend in his own right. It's a shame what's happened with him on a family, personal level. But I just love him. Of course, he represents for us Latinos again, Georgian, Spanish background, but also just as a gentleman, very likable. He has an air about him, and I really enjoy watching him fight, really enjoy watching him speak. But back to Gaethje and Pimblett, what a fight. And Gaethje, full credit, like, I don't think I've ever seen a fighter take that many hits, clean hits, on the chin, and not get knocked down. Gaethje threw everything at him, and Pimblett took it all. I think they can both be very proud and stand very tall after that fight.
For sure, but when you were watching Paddy walking out towards the octagon,
Sure.
the whole arena screaming, singing,
Yeah.
he jumping,
Yeah.
I got goosebumps. And
Yes.
I'm not even a fan of Paddy, but
No,
I got
same,
goosebumps.
same.
So, in your opinion, how important is this side of the game to
Yes.
be good at promoting and to be
Most
a good
definitely.
showman?
Most definitely. Look, it's like characters in a movie. You know, UFC, the fight game, we need all the characters. We need the good guys, the bad guys, the popular guys, the respectful guys, the not so respectful guys, and you need the showman, you know? So he's reminiscent of a Conor McGregor, right? He's kind of filling that role right now, like the Joker meets the loud guy. So I think he's very good for the sport. I did speak to a few people before the fight, and even though, again, I'm not a Pimblett fan, I wanted him to win just because of he's in his ascendance, and also his popularity. Also because I look at it from a UK point of view as well as in UFC Global. I love watching the following, the hardcore following that these fighters develop. even the, oh, Paddy the Baddy. That's awesome. And I think it's great for the sport. And look, I think the UFC is definitely going to get him back, like for big fights. This is definitely not the end of Paddy, right? But yeah, very much needed in any sport, and particularly in the fight game. I think it's good that we have these showmen,
But to ask you a couple of questions on the fight itself.
Sure.
So first round, Paddy the Baddy was landing that right uppercut
Yes.
through the middle,
Yes.
on the chin of Justin,
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
And when you're watching that and you see Justin getting clipped by the uppercut,
Sure.
also getting kneed to the
Yes.
chin multiple times,
Yes.
but not getting knocked down, not getting hurt,
Sure.
or at least not seeming to be hurt.
Yeah.
What goes through your mind? I mean, he's getting hit, but he keeps on going. How is it possible?
Yeah, well, both ways, right? Because Pimblett also copped a barrage of hits from all angles. But I think Pimblett really did well when he had him in the middle of the ring with the jab. There was a few moments there when I thought, okay, cool, this guy's coming back, and it looked promising. But Gaethje, I mean, also what a chin. I mean, he took, as you said, knees, clean hooks, lots of strikes to the face. It wasn't a one-sided fight. At one point I was thinking, man, maybe Pimblett can even take this on points, right? It's not like it was that not close, right? It was quite close, I think. But ultimately, Pimblett's face said it all. He took monster hits, elbows. There was a couple of instances there. He got kneed in the balls up against the fence, which I thought was a bit interesting how they didn't stop it. And then that eye, he got twice. He got fingers in the eye, I think so. But both fighters continued on as they should, and they show no ill intent, no ill will to each other, which is always amazing to see, especially after a brawl like that, and especially with a character like Paddy in the ring. But he showed a lot of respect, and so did Gaethje, as he always does. And incredible fight.
But when you look at Justin Gaethje, for example, he's leaning very much to the right side,
Yes.
so very low.
Yeah.
He's loading that
Yes,
right hand.
overhand right, yes.
That overhand right. So when you look at that, why does it work for him? Because if any other person on earth, if they were to do that, they would get either caught by a left high kick or knocked out. But for him, it always works.
Sure.
Why?
Yeah, man. As much as I can say I know a little bit about fighting, I'm not an expert, but obviously Pimblett couldn't work him out. And there are a lot of things that great fighters do that everybody knows that they do, and they probably prepare for it, and they probably study them, and they go into the ring with a plan. But when you're standing in front of the man, I think it becomes a reality that these weapons are real, and there's not much you can do about it. But again, I think Pimblett did an incredible job. Tried to take him down a couple of times, could not do that. So great defense by Gaethje, and what else? Just an amazing fight, man. There's not much else to say.
I think the story of the fight is that Justin really took a lot of calf kicks.
Yes.
Took some punishment
Yes.
from uppercuts
Definitely.
to the
Clean.
chin. Yeah,
Yes.
also knees to the chin.
Knees.
Kept on moving forward.
Yes.
A lot of success with the right overhand.
Yes.
With the left hook.
Sure.
A lot of character pressure.
Yes.
And Paddy Pimblett, I think one of his weaknesses is his offensive wrestling. So
Yes.
he's not really a person who can take you down.
No.
If he's on the ground, he'll submit you, but he cannot really take you down.
I didn't see that either, no.
Yeah, he did attempt, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And also, if you look at Paddy, when he was using the jab in the third round,
Yes.
and jabbing and circling around,
Effectively, yes.
very effective.
Yeah.
But he did that only in the third round.
Only the third round, correct.
So I think that's a weakness of him.
Yes.
He really brawls too much, and
Yes.
especially with a brawl like Gaethje,
Yeah.
just keep your distance.
I agree.
But tell me, so in your opinion, so Topuria will face Justin Gaethje.
Yes, I think so.
What is your prediction on that fight?
Topuria will knock him out second round.
Okay.
For sure.
And Arman Tsarukyan, he's also actually the #1 contender. He's
Sure.
been on the sidelines,
Sure.
although he was supposed to fight.
Sure.
They did not give him this opportunity. What do you think, Arman Tsarukyan against Paddy Pimblett? How does it play out?
Amazing fight, no doubt about it. There's lots of quality in the division. But I also know that Topuria really wants to shut Pimblett up. He's got a big dislike for him. He said it in a couple of interviews. Obviously, being who he is, he will fight always for the title over shutting other people down unnecessarily, let's say. But I'll also love to see, and it was one of the reasons why I wanted Pimblett to win, because he's on the way up. and he's got so much character and so much popularity. A personal style matchup, I would have loved to seen him take Topuria. But Gaethje, Topuria is going to be an incredible fight for sure if it happens. I hope the brother Topuria comes back as soon as possible and comes back to where he should be, which is at the top. I think he's proven that. And I can't wait to see Topuria's fight, regardless of who he takes on. And Pimblett, who wouldn't want to watch Pimblett fight again? Because ultimately, as I was saying before, those are the type of fighters and those are the types of fights that we want to see. Everybody wants to see that. Of course, we want to see some ground game, we want to see some submissions, and that can be very exciting as well. But this type of fight, standing up, big hits, that's what's so exciting about the UFC, and hopefully many more fights like that to come.
For sure, and to give credits to Paddy, because I've spoken about his weaknesses, but I mean, he was throwing some beautiful knees,
Yes.
beautiful uppercuts,
Sure.
beautiful mid kicks.
Sure.
He should have thrown the high kick. I don't know why he did not throw that high kick
Sure.
when Justin was leaning.
Sure.
But still, mad respect to Paddy. Showed a
Mad
lot of
respect.
character.
Incredible.
And I think Paddy and Arman Sarukian will be a big fight.
Sure.
I think Arman wins that one comfortably.
Sure.
But we'll see what happens. Tell me, what are the plans? Kandy Sports Bar. I know
Yes.
you've got. It's not only this one. You've got
Sure.
a number of them in,
Yes.
in Thailand, in Phuket.
Yes.
What are the plans with Kandy Sports Bar?
Sure. So Kandy Sports, beyond the sports bars themselves, it's a sporting event company as well. So as I was saying before, our affiliation with Bangla Boxing Stadium, bringing the super fight concept there twice a week now. We introduced the Trinity Rules fight, which is 1 round of boxing, 1 round of Muay Thai, 1 round of MMA with 7-ounce gloves. We've been working on that with the brother Big Sam Cassidy out of Pichai Muay Thai. Beyond the bars themselves, we have our eyes on the sporting game as a whole, sponsoring a lot of athletes as well, and really working in with the community because I think that gives us a lot of authenticity, some authority as well, but also it's where we want to be. We want to be heavily involved with community, so we've got a lot of affiliations with the gyms, as I was saying before as well. We've got great relationships with AKA Thailand, with Bangtao Muay Thai and MMA, with Tiger, with Phuket Chalong Muay Thai, with all of the big gyms, Phuket Fight Club, my Brazilian brothers over there doing their thing as well. So yes, lots of things coming in the near future. A lot more Q&As. I'm speaking to my brother Jorge Masvidal to bring him into the venue as well. And the long list of people that are coming to Phuket every year. We want to be featuring them at our events and at our venues. We're talking about bringing a cage in here actually. Also, yes, we're getting our head around that a little bit. Also, on a lighter note perhaps, a bit more fun note, John Nutt and Fight Circus, we're talking to him about bringing a 4x4 meter ring right where we're sitting right here and bring a slightly different side to the fight game, slightly more circusy, crazy, viral, whatever you want to call it side as well to the bars. And of course, live music, live events. We had the big Russian concert, Anacondas Live last week. So we look forward to doing a lot more stuff like that. I want to bring rappers. I want to bring, the Ja Rules, the Nellies, the Ashantis, reggaeton as well, DJs, comedians. We have that ability with such a large, beautiful venue like this one. So beyond sports, just entertainment in general. But within the sport game, I think I'm very excited about it, and I'm happy to be involved with it as an announcer as well. As you know, I work with Bangla, with ADCC as well. So incredibly honored and humbled to be associated and affiliated with all those organizations, and looking forward to a lot more.
I mean, as I'm listening, it's so interesting to hear that you actually want to have a cage in here.
Yes.
Or a ring. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, my friend.
Also, the way you speak about, because many people mention big names,
Yes.
pretending they know them.
Sure.
But you actually bring these guys.
Yes, yes.
You brought here
Yes.
Duplessis.
Yes.
I mean, you really make it happen. So,
Yes. Yeah.
big respect.
Thank you, man.
I'm very curious about the concept with the ring, with the
Sure.
cage as well.
Sure. We'll
And
see.
at Bangla Stadium, you're really creating some big shows.
Thank
I
you, my
mean
friend.
it.
Thank you, and thank you for your support, Theo. Man, it's really good to have you and the work that you do as well, and people like you that are helping us highlight what's going on here in Phuket and in Thailand and in the fight game as a whole.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
for sure. And I do it because I am for real.
Yeah.
First of all, the place is impressive.
Thank you, sir.
I have done a video on this place.
Thank you, sir.
I don't want to call it a bar. For me, this is like a huge venue.
Thank you.
It's not a bar.
Sure.
But anyways, I appreciate the time,
I
Raf.
appreciate you more.
all the best with Kandy Sports.
Thank you, amigo.
And I'm looking forward to watching UFC here next week.
Yeah, sure. Volkanovski, man, Sydney, Australia. You know, I'm from Sydney, Australia, so there's talks that Alex, that might be his last fight. So super excited. Aussies are in the building next week. Also, Tui as well is fighting. So Tuivasa. So super excited, man. So see how we go.
Yes, for the people at home, if you're here in Thailand, in
Sure.
Phuket, check Kandy Sports Bar, a phenomenal place. And I mean it. This is not just some fake compliment. The place is a huge venue. Check it out. Rafa,
Thank you, sir.
very much.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for your time. Thank you. Great to have you, man. Thank you. Thank you, guys.